everybody.
Hi, everybody. Cheers. Hello, everyone. So we're having mic issues again, so we're just going for it.
Yeah, we have some friends who are going to help us. We have nice, expensive mics, and when we test them out on the computer, they pick up correctly, and
Mhm.
it's very clear, and you can hear. I mean, clear as day, like you're in the room with us.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
we'll get there.
And then when we go live, we select that mic, and then it doesn't work. So
Hot damn. It's all right. We'll get there. And by next time, 2 weeks, we're going to be pros at this.
yes, we are.
Don't worry about it. So
I
yeah, cheers, everybody. We should probably wait. We have three viewers right now. No big deal.
Thank you to our 3 viewers.
Thanks, guys.
And I've got my little phone here so that I can see comments as we go. Oh, we can see comments up there too.
Oh yeah,
That
good.
works too. So,
We're good. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, cheers. Does anyone have a cocktail or anything that you guys want to cheers us? Cheers. At least we can see the comments this way.
Yeah.
That's good.
feel free to cheers
There we
with
go.
us. Feel free to make your drink at home, whether it's a glass of wine or Dirty Shirley is my go-to. I like to use Sprite Zero. And whatever is the cheapest vodka that you can get in the biggest container,
Mhm.
that's my jam right there.
Like pop off? Is that what it is?
So I learned this when I buy vodka. Well, when I buy a drink with vodka and I'm out,
Mm-hmm.
they always ask what kind of vodka, and I always say like bottom shelf.
Yeah.
And one of my friends was like, "Don't say bottom shelf. You sound so cheap. First of all, it's called Well."
I mean, whatever.
And I was like, "Well,
I'll take that bottom shelf.
I'm like, if you have a
shit that
$3
you-
and a $12, I'll do $3." But they were like, I don't even remember who told me, but they said, don't say well, say what's your well vodka, and act like you have standards. And then whatever they say, you go, oh yeah, that's fine. I'll
Oh
have
yeah,
that.
that's my favorite actually. No big deal. I'll take that. Meh, whatever.
I'm like the one that's $7.99 for like a whole fifth of it at Kroger. It
That was
comes
like
in
what
a
I
plastic
drank
bottle.
when I was like 19.
Oh, I didn't drink when I was 19.
Good for you.
I started drinking at
I
32.
swear I'm a good person.
Of course you're a good person.
I just had
You're
some
a
fun when I was
wonderful person.
in my younger years, you know? We like to party a little bit, so
I didn't
that's
really.
some cheap vodka.
I did my freshman year. I was in a fraternity and, um, like actual fraternity. Yeah, it was almost all. I had a scholarship that
Is that a guy
almost.
thing? Is that sorority?
It's a guy thing,
Oh.
but I had a
Oh.
scholarship that mostly men get, and so there were 72 people and only 6 of us were girls. And so we were a fraternity. We were in all of the Greek organization
Mm-hmm.
like activities, and we did like the parties with sororities and stuff. And then there was like these couple of us girls over there. But there is I did kind of try to drink beer my freshman year because I wanted to like be cool and everybody's doing it, right? And
I don't like regular beer anymore.
I
I like summer shandy. I like cider beers.
I can do a cider, but too many of them upset my belly.
Yeah, understandable.
So, but I'm more like seltzer, vodka,
Mhm.
tequila.
Yeah,
If I drink wine, it's gonna make me sleepy. So I can't day drink wine for sure.
I think we all have those alcohols that you hear the word, you're like, ooh, tequila, ooh. What else? Pucker, apple pucker, ooh, from my early 20s.
Oh.
Rum chata. Oh.
I almost don't know if I should tell this story because it's graphic. If you don't like graphic stories, tune out for 1 minute.
Meh.
When I was in college, my freshman year, my sister came up for one of our party
Hi,
weekends.
Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Oh, I know Jamie now. Hello. My sister had come down. I went to Ohio State, and she came down for one of our. We had a party on Friday, and we went to the game on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a guy that he was a freshman in my class, and it was Jack and Coke, and he put it in one of those. It's like a pouch that you hide under your jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So he snuck it in, and he was so drunk that he kept falling asleep and falling over. And so my sister and I left the game early to take him home, and he made quite a mess, and it had a certain smell.
Yeah.
And so I can't do Jack and Coke because it was all Jack and Coke.
Oh yeah.
So that's
We all have those
it
weird
wasn't even my
stories.
experience, it was someone else's experience.
You're like, I'm good on that actually. No more of that. No.
I'm like, get that out of my face, please and thank you. So
Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody for being with us today and bearing with us in through the mic issues again. It's so funny. We're like Facebook Live, or we're Facebook Live here, and then we're TikTok Live over here, and the lighting is so different.
It is very different. It's a lot darker here and bright lights over here.
We'll get a webcam too.
Yeah.
We've got lots of things going on in
We
our
just
brains
need
that
more
are
time.
coming.
No big
That's
deal,
right.
but we'll get there. It's okay. We have 15 viewers.
Yes, let's
Let's
go. Let's do this.
Let's do this, guys.
Mm.
Whoa. All right.
So we want to start out and just kind of let you guys know, like we like introducing ourselves. You know, we've told you a little bit about ourselves in previous episodes. Like I'm Ashley and this is Laura, and we are besties, and we have multiple besties and a great circle of wonderful people. But one thing that's really cool about our friendship is we're so alike in so many ways. We've talked about how we're like the same person, but we also have different strengths, and I think this is really important in any friendship, is like having ways that you can kind of lead each other. And so we wanted to share with you kind of how we lead each other in our friendship. So
Yeah.
you go first and how you should lead me.
How do I lead you? So my forte is fitness and, helping others to become, just stronger and more confident and just feel good in your skin. So with Ashley, I've been coaching her for, gosh, really since January, right? So she started in classes last year, and now we do one training session a week together, and help her with nutrition, help her with all that stuff, just helping her to learn, about balance and all that kind of stuff when it comes to fitness, and she's absolutely killing it. So for me, just if I can help in a small way, in this friendship, like to get, I mean, she already is an amazingly confident, incredible woman, but if I can help in a small way to make her feel even better in her skin and stronger, I'm gonna help, so we're big on, doing our workouts together and feeling good. We started on Monday. We feel good the rest of the week. We just start the week off on the right foot Monday morning, and I love it. So, and you're kicking ass.
Thank you.
You are.
I would say it actually goes way back before January because we did the singles contest together in April. So Laura's thing is, if you come to one of her fitness classes, your first class is free to try it out. And so she threw that feeler out to everyone in this contest we were in and said, hey, first class is free. And I'm like,
I think I said come every week, like it'll be free the whole time during the competition.
oh,
what I did.
I think you did.
No one took me up on that besides Ashley.
Hey,
That's
I
okay.
have free stuff.
That's okay.
I'm very frugal.
Yes.
And I like to get the best bang for my buck.
Not a bad thing.
But yeah, so I went and it just was so much fun. And so there were weeks that I did not want to go, and I told her, just so you know, I'm only here because I love you. I don't care about my body right now, but I'm here like to support you. But it ended up supporting me, and it got me really working out and doing strength training and stuff. And I'd always been athletic all through school. I started gymnastics in kindergarten, and then we had a neighborhood bully, and so I started taekwondo in first grade. I did that through the end of sixth grade. And then I started sports in junior high, cheerleading, track. Well, and I did t-ball and softball all my life too. So I was always athletic. And then as an adult, you just sit on your butt and do nothing. You're not on a team. You're not being active at all. And so that was just having like a class to go to with you and seeing some of the same people was really helpful. So I've been kind of doing it for a while.
Accountability, like you get used to seeing the same people, and like if Ashley's not there for a couple weeks, she has a show, she's busy, family life. Everyone's like, "Where's Ashley? Where's Ashley? I haven't seen Ashley." So it's good that everyone in classes, hold each other accountable too, and like we miss everyone, So it really does kind of hold us accountable, and keeps you going, which is a good thing.
Yeah. And
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I
You go ahead.
We've talked in previous weeks about how difficult it can be to make friends as adults, and that's a great way is go to some sort of class and meet other people who have similar goals as you.
Yeah.
We've got Brandy saying, I love my Sunday strength training.
Aw, hi Brandy, you're amazing. Brandy is freaking killing it. Muscle gains, baby. She is a beast. She goes 100% all in every class, and you're amazing. And I think with fitness too, like with Ashley, with anyone, it's kind of finding like what you love, and if you love what you're doing, you see some amazing people and everyone's positive and like uplifting, it's makes it a lot easier to show up to those classes, and it's like the hardest part is walking through that door, you know. So, um, but yeah, let's talk about how you lead me. Oh, in so many ways, actually. There's a lot of ways, truly.
There's more ways we could talk about you, but like she's a great person, you guys. Well, so one thing that we have in common is that we're both single moms. We both went through divorces from our baby daddies. But
I've never said that before. By the way, no.
oh my gosh,
No.
I only
No.
I only call my ex-husband my baby daddy to like my family because it's funny. Like it's not a regular thing, but once in a
Mhm.
while I throw out like, well, my baby daddy has to drop the kids off at 5, you know.
Mhm.
It's just why not?
Mhm.
But there are two babies, and
Yeah.
he is my ex-husband. We're married.
Yeah.
Not that it matters, no judgment, whatever. But I have been divorced now 8.5 years, and you've been divorced how many?
Two.
Two. So
Separated to a little over 2 years, and then officially divorced year and a half.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So being like out in the dating world and on dating apps and talking to different people, I just have been through a lot more. And I really don't feel like I'm jaded,
You're not.
but I feel like that super excitement that you get when you first talk to someone and you're immediately like, oh, could this be the one? And you get like the butterflies. Like, I don't have that anymore because I'm like, it's not. It's not the one.
You're like, F all this bullshit.
I'm just like, you just don't know. Like, there's so many. Even last summer,
Yeah.
there were like 3 different guys last year that I got past 2 dates, which was no, there were 4.
Mm-hmm.
There were
And
4.
you're not jaded. You were excited about those people. You saw
Yes.
potential. Like that's not being jaded. Up until then, though, it's like, man. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's not there, it's not there. It's not jaded. It's just like, oh, these people suck.
Well,
Sorry.
and it used to be like I would be on a dating app and I would be texting with somebody and we would have this amazing connection and I would be really excited.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would meet them in person and there would be absolutely nothing there.
Yeah.
Which is a bummer because like they're a really nice person, but
Mhm.
I don't feel any chemistry. And so I just kind of learned not to get too excited too quickly. And you are just like me in that way. You're just not 8 years down the line yet. So you still get real
Yeah.
excited real quickly.
I do.
But it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like it is a good thing.
If it's good, it's good. And I'm like, hell yeah, this is good. But, and then sometimes it's like, skrrr, and it goes down like, that wasn't good at all. But, you know, life happens. That's
So yeah, so that's kind of a way that I help her is
Yeah.
just keeping her grounded with dating stuff, and
Yeah.
I'll get a text with a screenshot and says, "Okay, therapist, I need your help. Like, what does this mean?"
She's
Or
the best advice giver. And once I'll ask for her advice, and then she's like, so don't like message them yet. Like, sit on it. And then, like, within 2 minutes, I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, Ash, I didn't listen to you.
That's true.
It's done. I'm sorry. I just, quick. Like a ninja.
So I'll have to be like, "Don't text yet," and send, and then she'll be like, "Too late." I'm like, "Oh my god, I got that in so fast."
I go so fast. I'm like, once I'm done though, I'm like, I'm not gonna waste anyone's time. So I'm like, if it's not there, like I'm just cutting it off. So
Yeah,
I can't help it.
So that's how we just kind of help each other. Is
Mhm.
we both are so much alike, and um, like I want to be better with my health, and I want to be strong. And I was at
You are showing your guns. Yeah, what's up? What's
actually I
up?
think this one might be bigger.
You could probably fight someone right now.
I actually have a black belt in Taekwondo.
I mean, you could
I got
fight.
it in 6th grade.
You want to fight?
No, not you.
That would be so sad.
I want to fight someone I don't like, not someone I love so close to my heart.
That would be so sad. We won't fight. We get a lot of viewers though. If we get a fight right now, wham!
We'd have to have white T-shirts and like a hose or something.
Yeah.
We could get lots of viewers that way.
Do that.
I don't really want to do that either.
Sorry, guys.
So.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Show them the guns. Hi, Kendall. Kendall and I go way back to 7th grade. Look at that. That's crazy.
Nice.
And Steph. Hi, Steph. I miss you, sweet angel. I want to give you a virtual hug. I miss you so much. We got to FaceTime soon and have some wine together and catch up on life.
Well,
I love this.
it all kind of goes into our next topic, which is
Yeah.
like the people that we surround ourselves with.
Yeah.
Does it really matter, and what impact does it have on your life?
Woo-wee. It makes. Hi, Britt. All these people. Oh my
Aww.
God. Man, yeah. Who you surround yourself with Absolutely, it matters. And I'm sure you're the same way. There's been times in both of our lives that you have certain friendships that are very draining, very negative. There's it can be family that's negative, or people that are in your circle. Sometimes you don't really have a choice, but if they're uh, the negativity, you can be the most positive person in the world. You can be a ray of effing sunshine. You could be the most positive, like happy person. But if you have a couple dark clouds in your life that are just right there, um, trying to bring you down, or they're just negative, or they gossip, or whatever, like push that away because that is going to be freaking draining you. And if you're surrounded by some amazing, incredible humans, which Ashley and I are very, very lucky that we have incredible friends and family, and we're surrounded by amazing, amazing people. It really does lift you up, and you could be having the worst freaking day of your life. And like I text Ash, and I'm like, if even doing this, like I'm just so happy, and I refuse at the age of 40 now to not be surrounded by those type of people because life is too freaking short. So if you're negative, if you're just constantly just like, oh gosh, like woe me, like this, and we all have shit. It's not being toxic positive, but it's just being happy in where you are at in life, being grateful, being thankful for what you have. Those type of people are really great to be surrounded by. So, and like-minded, and not always the same hobbies and stuff, but like you love music and stuff. You're surrounded by people that love music and are in bands. Like that's pretty sweet. So to like be surrounded with those type of people, it makes you want to be better. It's like it's about adding value to your life and to add value to if someone's bringing value, of course you're gonna keep them in your life. If they're not, it's like I'm good. You know.
Well, and I think it's a lot about what's really important is being in alignment with what matters, like values, like you were saying. Um, there have been a lot of people who I've met who play the victim, or it's always somebody else's fault, or they just can't take ownership and accountability for anything.
Yeah.
And they can pick apart you and call out every one of your flaws and everybody else, but they can't take any accountability.
Yeah.
And even when you take accountability and say, I'm sorry, this was my role in that, here's how I'll do better in the future.
Yeah.
They still can't take ownership for their own stuff. And
Yeah.
the more that you surround yourself with positive people who are like sunshine in human form, the darker you realize those people are. And I think sometimes we become friends with people because we have similar interests. Maybe they like music or they like fitness or whatever. But as you get to know them, you realize your hearts are not the same. And you realize this is a person who drains me. This is a person who I don't really want to be like.
No.
And so I have slowly kind of let people fizzle out or intentionally cut people out of my life. And I have such an amazing circle of people that I'm just like, how did I get through life without these people? Like,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All my clients are like here. Hi, David. Hi, Amber. Amber, you never annoy me ever. You can message me all day long. You're never annoying me, and you're killing it. So no, you're never an annoyance. So you can message me right now if you want. Message all night long. Never a bother ever. Um, I had something else to add to that, but it went
ADD.
there it goes.
It's gone.
So yeah, let's talk about love languages.
I love talking about love languages. So,
I think we're similar.
if you guys don't know, and this is okay, there's a book called The Five Love Languages by Gary Chapman, and it is basically about the fact that all people give and receive love in five basic ways, in one of five basic ways, or even more than five.
Yeah.
And they are gift giving, acts of service, quality time, physical touch, and words of affirmation. And sometimes relationships struggle because if my top one is physical touch, and I always want to be touching you and holding your hand and hugging you, and I want to kiss when I walk in the door, not you, because we're not dating, but you know what I mean, from your person or your kids or
That
whoever.
could also get a lot more viewers.
But if that's the kind of person that I am, and I'm with a partner who, like, physical touch is at the bottom, they hate to be touched,
Yeah.
then anytime that I want to feel loved, they're going to show me love in a way that's natural to them that may not be natural to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, I think a really common thing is women who want to hear, they want a man to help around the house.
Yeah.
And a man is like, that's not a great example. Sorry, my mind's shooting all over.
No, you mean that could be
so
acts of service.
Well,
I mean,
so like a lot of times, man is acts of service, and
Yeah.
so he's going to work and he's bringing home a paycheck.
mm-hmm.
And what she wants is to like connect, and she
Mhm.
wants to like talk and spend time together.
Quality time.
And he's like,
Yeah.
"What do you mean you feel like you're not loved by me? I go to work and I
Mhm.
take out the trash and I mow the lawn." And he's doing things to show love in a way that's natural to him,
Mm-hmm.
but she's not receiving love in a way that's natural to her.
Yeah.
And so we can add like food is a love language. We love food, and if you want to show us love, show us food, or music is a love language, whatever. But like the 5 basic ones being those 5.
Yeah.
And I think it applies in like every type of relationship you have.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm
It does.
definitely a touch person.
Yeah.
Gabriel, my son, loves to be touched, and he wants to cuddle, and he wants to sleep in my bed,
Mm-hmm.
and he wants to hug me. Where Noella is like, no offense, I don't really like hugs, and
Yeah.
I'm like, who are you? How
It
did
came
I
from
want you
me.
to hug me? How did this
I
happen?
bet she'll get better as she gets older.
Maybe.
Or get worse.
But so, like, if I want to show her love, my natural inclination is like to hug her and kiss her and be like, oh, I just love you so much. And that's not how she wants love.
Yeah.
And so I have to meet her needs where she's at instead of meeting them in ways that are natural to me.
I bet she's quality time because Olivia's quality time. She loves snuggles and stuff, but there's times that she's like, pause off. I don't want to snuggle right now. But then there's times where she just wants my time. She wants to play games. She wants me to have, undivided attention with her and play outside and, do things that she wants to do. But I think love languages too, you know, they're all important in some way. I think especially in relationships, to have a successful relationship, you kind of need all of them, in some aspects, and not balls to the wall in every area, but like, does that make sense? I just said balls to the wall. But like in every area, like you have to give, in every area, or at least try, and but I really think someone said to me, like, really listening to someone, like you can really see what their love language is and kind of lean into that, and just listen to what, like, if someone says like, wow, that was so kind that you did that, like obviously they like that, keep doing that, and it's not, I don't know, it's not that, I don't think it's that hard to just listen to someone and what they want and what they need in a relationship, and just do it,
Yeah, I have some friends. So like my friend Gina, we barely talk when we're not together, and we only hang out like every few months. And when we run into each other, she gives me the biggest, longest hug, and it's like a sway hug. And we can go a couple months without speaking and pick back up and get the hug, because I'm gonna guess that she's not a quality time person.
Yeah.
She's not like, I need time with all of the people,
Yeah.
or I don't feel like I'm loved.
Yeah.
She's a physical touch person.
Yep.
And then it's the same with Cynthia's, like, we don't talk a lot, and then when we see each other, we pick right back up in the big hug and whatever.
Yeah.
Then I have other friends that are more quality time,
Yeah.
that we're talking on the phone, we're sending voicemails back and forth. We want to always feel connected.
Here we are.
And it's like, oh my God, I miss you, and I haven't seen you in like 3 days. It's like I've got a few friends like that, and we're the quality time people.
Yeah.
And if you're really special, you have like 3 top love languages, and you need 3 or you die. And 3 out of 5 is. It just means
What are yours? What are your, like?
Oh.
What is your, like, non-negotiable love languages? Like, if they're not showing you,
I have to have words of affirmation
Yeah.
and physical touch,
yeah.
or I'll explode.
Yeah.
Actually.
I agree in the words of affirmation. I definitely, as I've got older, I never thought like I needed like compliments or like, that, I don't want to say validation. It's not validation, but like, someone that's close to you to be able to say like, wow, you're an amazing mom, or wow, you have such crazy drive or you're such a hard worker. Like those words, I don't give a crap about compliments on my looks or anything like that, but like compliments on your character or stuff like that means the world. Um, and physical touch. Like I was talking to Ashley the other day, and I was like, I don't think I'm like a physical touch person, and she's like, you absolutely are because I high five, like you said, I high five everyone after each class. I'm a hugger. I love hugs. My family, we are freaking huggers. We are very lovey people. I'm very lovey with Olivia. Um, I've obviously been single for a while, but like I definitely love like just that comfort, and it's not a bad thing. So I think all the love languages are important, but I think having your top couple that are like, I need this, and it's okay to talk to your partner about that. And if you haven't, it's kind of fun to send them a quiz and be like, hey, let's take this quiz and see what our love language really is, and let's like lean into that more and improve your relationships because it doesn't hurt anything knowing what your love languages are.
Yeah, and if you guys are not in alignment, you can figure out ways to meet each other's needs that maybe don't come natural.
Yeah.
And if you're single and you want to be really picky, then you can say, I'm not going to date someone unless they have the same love languages as me because
Yeah.
I've already been in so many relationships where I put in so much work.
Yeah.
And I just want something that feels natural.
Reading all the comments. This is so sweet. Hi, Michael. Miss you too. Come to a class soon. And Brandy said, "Aw, I love the pics after a workout too. You always pick you get me on the days that I look like absolute dog shit though, and I'm like, Brandy, okay, I'll do this for you. But I love that too. I love that you love that. And hi, Big Nick. What's up, Yogi? Everybody's tuning in. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What's up?
Thank you guys for being here.
Thank
The Big Nick
you.
Energy Show just moved to Sunday nights.
Ah, it did?
Yeah.
It'll be easier for me to watch. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What time is it at? Do you know?
I don't know, but
Big Nick, where
Nick
are
can
you
put it in
at?
I think it's at 8.
Okay.
But they're not on this.
Perfect.
They're not on this weekend because of Father's Day.
Okay, that makes sense.
So,
Well, can't wait to watch. Heck yes.
and you guys can tune into Yogi's. Is it Hope, Faith? I forget. Hope
For
Faith.
Yogi?
Yeah.
Show. Frickin' frack. Yogi, what's the name of your podcast?
Check it in there, Yogi. Yeah, 8 p.m. Knew it.
Ah.
Um.
Oh, thanks, Brandy. You look beautiful too. Yogi, what's the name of your podcast? Tag your podcast on there.
I think it's
Have faith, show love.
Find hope.
Something like that, yeah. It's pretty sweet. Anyways.
It's very inspiring. So,
It is.
well, I want to talk about something that's not inspiring next.
Let's go.
Which is dating apps.
Oh, God.
If
Yeah.
you're single, it's like there's this double-edged sword of like, I hate dating apps and I don't want to be on them, but also
Give hope. Yeah. Have faith,
have faith,
show love, give hope.
We
Look
were
for
so
that on
close.
YouTube, you guys. He is the best. I love Yogi so much. So definitely follow that podcast as well. He has a lot of inspiring people on there, as does Nick. So, yep. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes.
We're ready.
So, dating apps, if you're single, you know that on one hand you hate dating apps and they're the worst. And on the other hand, it's such an easy way to meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I've actually met some pretty good people and people that I've stayed friends with that maybe we didn't have chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
I think you just have to be really picky about the people that you choose to like connect with and actually meet because the potential is out there to meet like so many shitty people.
Yeah.
But we wanted to talk about kind of some of the things that are annoying about dating apps. And if you guys agree or you have your own things you want to add to our list, feel free to throw them in the chat. So the first is when your pictures do not match who you actually are.
That happens a lot. Even with guys. I know women, obviously, filters, all that kind of stuff. I've met people in person before that they don't look anything like they look online, and which is totally okay. But it's almost like you're getting bamboozled sometimes because filters are wild these days, and you can totally transform. You can transform your body, you can transform your face, you can transform everything. It's kind of terrifying, honestly. And I love a good like smoothing filter. Like I don't really want to alter like my lips or like my eyeballs or anything, but like to like just like have a smooth whatever, but like to completely change what you look like in an app or on social media, it's kind of silly, because you're gonna meet this person and they're gonna be like, "That's not you. What's happening? What's happening here?" What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I had met a guy in person out
Mhm.
at an event. I met him at Pride a couple years ago, and super nice, like real tall guy. He said he was from LA and that he was here because of the writer's strike. He had come back home to, kind of work around here.
Mhm.
Like decent looking guy. And then he added me on social media, and he looked like a supermodel, and I was like, is that the same guy? And then I was like,
Mhm.
is that what he looks like? Like, am I forgetting
Dating
wrong?
dating apps are horrible. I know. And yeah, the men filters, that's crazy. I
Yeah.
agree. It's not expected, It's like,
Well, and
wait a second.
so for me, it's not even like I'm mad because they're not as cute. It gives off insecure. It gives off disingenuine.
Yeah.
Is that the word?
Yeah.
Disingenuous? I don't know. But it's like inauthentic. It's
Yeah.
like you're not secure enough to just be who you are, that you're gonna put on a different front online versus like
To
who you are in
attract
real life.
people, but then if you attract that person and they see you and they're like, you better have a real good personality to make up for the fact that it's a little bit catfishing. And it's, yeah, I had one person that I met on a dating app and I met him in person and I was like, that's different. But that's what I mean. It's okay. And honestly, it wasn't a bad thing. But it's like just be yourself. And I mean, we've all done filters before. We've all been there. And Stacy said about the duck face. Ooh, when I was on dating apps, that was an instant ick for me. If I saw a guy doing a kissy face, sorry if I offend anybody, but hail to the no.
Let's talk about the picture. So, from a woman's perspective, pictures that make me immediately swipe left, which is a no.
Yeah.
Duck face.
Duck face.
It's different if they look like a normal person and there's like one funny picture trying to be silly.
What if they're like
If
a
they're just, like,
silly,
trying to be
but if
funny.
they're like,
If every picture is, and the next picture is,
I mean, if we're not doing that, if we're not doing like a,
it's like
like,
Zoolander.
I mean, it literally is. But if we're not doing that shit, then I feel like,
Yeah, for
Yeah.
me, if you are holding a dead animal, I don't want to see a dead animal. I'm on an app trying to meet the love of my life in the virtual
Animals.
universe, and there's a dead deer head or there's a dead fish. I don't want to see a dead animal. Ew. And it's not even that you hunt or fish. Like, that's fine. I don't care if you hunt or fish.
yeah,
But out of everything that you do, this is what you wanted to show everyone defines you as a person, is you holding a dead animal.
usually those ones have like 8 of those too, and it's like, what's going on there? But everyone has hobbies, obviously.
Nothing wrong with
To
the
each
hobby.
their own, but
I don't want to see a picture of it when I'm looking for romance.
a bloody head of some sort. Is it a bloody head? I said head.
It is a head.
It's
Well,
like
sometimes
sometimes it's like a body.
Yeah.
They're just holding like a dead animal head. That'd be really disturbing. I've never seen that before.
Well, like maybe
Maybe
a deer head on the
fucked up.
wall. But
Yeah.
that's not usually. Usually the deer is dead and they're holding
If they're
it
like
up.
pointing up to like something, that'd still be weird. But if they're like, look at this head on my wall, like that's not.
I still would be like,
Holding it.
that's your most thing that you're proud of is killing an innocent animal? Like, again, there's nothing wrong with hunting. I eat meat. I know I have family members who go hunting, but I'm like, that's your proudest accomplishment? Like, it's not my vibe.
Yeah.
It's not what I go for.
What else are icks?
If your top picture is shirtless in the bathroom.
Absolutely. Nope.
I don't care how good your body looks. You are giving vibes that you're a douchebag. And if you're not a douchebag, that is the vibe that you're giving off. So take that picture down.
Yeah. Anything shirtless.
It's different if you're out on the beach.
Yeah.
And somebody took a picture of you.
Absolutely. And you're like, if you have your like kids with you and you have your kids' faces blocked out and it's like, oh, family time. That's a little different. I'm not on dating apps right now. And it's very nice. I've only done it a couple times and it's not fun and I get overwhelmed and I just delete it because I'm like, there's like 1,000 messages and people are just coming in hats and I'm like, whoa, doggy. And
I have the opposite problem. I have where the conversation's going fine and then they just stop talking. And I am a good conversationalist. I have a degree in communications. I know how to flirt. I use proper grammar,
You do.
and
I think that scares a lot of men, though, I think, to be honest with you. And I'm sure that a lot of women will agree with this. I feel like if you are, we talked about this, a higher value-ish woman and you have your shit together, you have your own house, you have your shit, you have a job, you have a car, you have kids, you take care of shit, um, we're not gonna settle. And now those guys are usually pretty scared of us. Or they'll be good at first and then it like drops right down because it's like, oh shit, I gotta step up. Oh
yeah.
shit, and then it's ghost town. So, no thanks.
I had a match on a dating app, and when he stopped talking was when I asked the question, "What's something you're passionate about?" And I think that he didn't want to get real. He
Yeah.
wanted to. He either wanted to get like a lot of people are just there for hookups, and he wanted it to go that direction,
Yeah.
or he's just.
You
not
know she knows how to
available.
flirt. Yogi. Oh,
I know
I've
how to
seen her.
flirt.
I've seen her flirt.
She's
I do
good.
not know how to flirt. I'm like, huh? Even if someone would be like flirting with me, I'm like, no, I don't know how to do that. But it's okay. You are a good flirt.
I'm very.
But like you're not too flirty, but you're just like bubbly, cute, you know.
Mhm.
I'm
I'm
just
very
like,
friendly,
I'll fight you all.
and I'm very direct. I will just, if I'm interested in you, you'll know.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And I mean, same with me. Like if I'm actually talking to someone, like I'm, yeah,
No, I mean like that dude that I went up and gave my phone number to.
yeah.
Who
Oh
never,
yeah.
never called me.
She went. She was like, see that guy over there? I'm gonna give him my number. Or you gave him your card, your business card. I was like, get it, Ash. And she just booked it right over. He was with his family. I mean, not his. He was single, but she could tell. But she darted over to him and was like, hi, I'm Ashley. And it's like that was a badass move. But
Well, first I asked him if he was single.
yes,
He was.
she started with that.
He was like in a suit, and he looked very, like professional, and he
Mhm.
looked. Um, he looks like he would not be single.
Mhm.
And I asked him if he was single, and he said yes. And I told him I'd love him to call me, and I gave him my card, and he never called me. I was like, dang, that dude really missed out on a good one here.
Obviously.
Then,
Crazy.
then I saw him at a work event like 2 weeks later. But I was on dating apps at the time, and I ended up connecting with a guy, and we had started talking. And I saw this guy at a work event, and I'm like, is that the guy from Emosteria?
That's kind of crazy.
So the next day, or when I got back at work, I looked up, I remembered his first name, and I I looked in our company directory, and there was only one guy named Logan, and it was the same. I was like, that was the dude, and I
So
couldn't do anything about it because I was seeing somebody else by then.
Logan, if you're watching, you missed out on an amazing, beautiful woman. So,
But also, I'm still very single, so
so
feel bad if you're out there
no, he
looking.
lost his chance. Just saying.
I give a lot of chances.
Cutthroat. I'm sorry, but
You are.
you're a little cutthroat. We are a little bit opposite in that. Like I will just quickly, if it's not there. But if I mean,
Well, it's not that it wasn't there. He just
Yeah,
didn't.
he just
wasn't
didn't do it.
interested.
I know.
I mean, it's
Everybody
okay.
has.
I'm not everybody's type.
I love all these. Okay, what else we talking about? Ooh,
Well-
still the dating apps. Let's do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what about when you're talking, and everything's going really well,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden, it just dies off.
It happens 99% of the time. Truly, it's usually super. People they're very complimentary. They're like, "Oh, you seem amazing," and "How are you single?" We always get that. "How are you single? How the hell are you single?" It's like, I'm picky as shit. So, we get that a lot of "How are you single?" But yeah, we'll have a good conversation. We'll be talking. We'll be flowing. And then it just dies off, and then they'll usually unmatch. And but I've only done dating apps a couple times, but it wasn't a good experience. So
I think that sometimes it doesn't really have anything to do with you or me
Yeah.
or us, and they're just burnout on dating apps, and they just deactivate their profile,
yeah,
or they just say, I can't do this anymore, and they just shut it down.
yeah,
The couple times that I've been like kind of talking to a couple people and decided I was burnt out and to get off, that I've like told them,
mm-hmm.
they've been like, wow, I can't believe that you told me. because it's like you haven't met them yet, you don't really owe them anything.
Yeah.
And so people just get off the apps, you know?
Yeah.
But there was one time that I had matched with somebody, and I mean, we talked all night. I stayed up late talking to him. It was such great conversation. And he sent me like this really cute good night gif or whatever. And the next morning, deactivated. I was like, oh, the conversation was so good. I was like actually excited.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, so it happens.
It does, and I don't ever take it personally because I feel like dating apps, it's not there, you know. And I mean, sometimes, I mean, people have met, you know, my nephew is amazing and met his beautiful wife on a dating app, and now they have a baby, and but they're like two old souls, you know, in their 20s. They're adorable, but there are success stories, obviously, and there are good people out there that are looking for love on dating apps, but it's hard to decipher who those people are, you know.
Yeah, I will say
Okay.
like the last few people that I met on dating apps, I
Mhm.
still think were genuinely good people.
Mhm.
So the last one I met was that guy from November that we only had 2 dates, the drummer.
Mhm.
And he was a super good guy. He just never married, no kids, and could not handle how busy I am and didn't
Mhm.
like that I could only hang out like once a week.
Yeah,
You know?
what Yogi just said. No, that's I agree with Yogi. He said they see where you're at and they're like, man, I can never keep up with that. No, it's true. That does happen a lot. They're like, what do you do in a day? And it's like, but it's that's just life. That's my life. That's her life. Like we're hustlers, and I think most people are absolutely turned off by that most of the time, and they're just like, how the hell? And they usually the question usually is like, how would you fit me into your life? And it's like, yes, I honestly I think the busier you are, the better you are with time management and making like we have really good balance in friendships and family and kid time, like one-on-one quality time, work. We have our side hustles, we have all that stuff, and you can still make time for those people that are worth making the time for, and if it's the right person and you have that connection, you're going to make time for them. No one, we've talked about this a million times. You're never too busy for the right people, and you'll make the time. So even if someone is insanely busy, they can still make the time. So it's just finding those little pockets of time where you can spend time together. So, but I know I think a lot of people are scared when they see all the things that we do.
Yeah, and like I said, I think every guy that I met, not every guy that I met on a dating app last year that I had at least 2 dates with, it was a genuinely good person. They just weren't good for me.
Yeah.
Like there was a guy last summer who he just is very go to work, come home, time with his son, video games, go to bed. Um, I just need adventure, and he's a great guy for a person that wants like simplicity. That's not what I want. And so
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, if I would recommend this dude to any girl
Yeah.
who was looking for different things that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And so, and then the the one from Halloweenish,
Uh-huh.
genuinely good guy, just probably shouldn't be with somebody who's like in a band or in the limelight
Yes.
and has a ton of attention
Yes.
from a lot of people.
Yes.
Like needs kind of somebody
He needs someone
like his arm candy.
that isn't
that
talking
fits
to a
into his
million
life.
people,
Yes.
that is right there with him. And that's okay, but he, yeah, definitely should.
That's like his vibe. He
Yes.
is the one that's out there talking to everybody. And I think you can be in a relationship where you're both very much the same and you have all the same friends, but we came from very different circles. And so it was like me going into his circle and him coming into my circle, and it just wasn't a good match, And so I think there are really good people out there.
There are.
We're good people, and we've been on there, and so like
Yeah.
I know there's good guys on there too, and I've met some of them, but there's a lot of, I mean, anybody can be on there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yep.
it's a lot of
I agree.
sifting through to find the right connections. So
Also, what else is there with dating? There's a lot of stuff with dating apps. I feel like if you're not ready to, the biggest ick for me when I was on dating apps was you can say what you're looking for. So you're looking for a long-term relationship. You're looking for something casual. You're looking for friendship. If someone tried to like match with me and it said looking for friendship or looking for something casual, that was an instant ick for me and done. So if someone says looking for something casual, like that's great. There's a million people out there that want something casual. That is not what I want. I know that's not what you want. So some people are just looking for fun and not looking for like their person. But like we are looking for our future husbands, our future people. So, um, but not everyone's like that. So if at least I like that people are honest though, and they're like, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, like I'm not ready for a relationship, or they'll say I don't want to be like a stepdad or like something like that, and I'm like, no problem. I appreciate your honesty. Take care, and I just cut that off. Because I mean, everyone's different what they're looking for, but it's kind of nice when they're honest about it at least, and they're not just stringing you along. And there's those two people, but for the most part, at least people are honest usually.
Usually, yeah.
Usually.
It gives them the freedom to be.
Yeah.
I had a guy friend today tell me, I would love to be a stepdad. And I said,
Aw.
I hope you know how rare that is.
That's very rare.
It's not that men won't be a stepdad,
Yeah.
but it's not, he said he wants to be a stepdad to a girl. I was
Aw,
like, oh, that'd be so sweet.
that's very sweet.
Well, let's skip that because we're running
Yeah.
out of time.
Oh yeah.
So I want to talk about next. My kids just crack me up. They just think that I'm the cringiest person ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, to quote Mean Girls, I'm a cool mom. Like,
You're really freaking cool,
I
mom.
think I'm very cool.
You are
Um,
super hands-on.
I
Oh,
am.
You are.
I just got my daughter up on stage to sing during one of my gigs.
Yeah.
She did Party in the USA, and she did a phenomenal job, and I was so proud of her.
And you did a picnic today. You went for a walk with the kids. You had game night last night. Those are all very good things to do with your kids. So you're very hands-on.
But
Great thing.
they think I'm lame, and they think I'm cringe. And so I thought we could talk about like things that we do that our kids think is cringe. And I would like to hear from you guys in the comments if there's anything that you guys do that your kids think is cringe.
Oh,
Share that with us and we can share it with everyone.
yeah.
So for me, something that I do that my kids think is cringe is I use slang that they use, but I'm usually behind the trend. So when I finally picked up on calling food bussin', you didn't call food bussin' anymore, and they really don't like that. So now I use it extra.
Yeah.
And we'll be eating, and I'll be like, this food is. And I won't even say it. I'll just mouth it, and they'll be like, oh my God,
Mom.
they're like, nobody says that. I go, so I'm like, well, what do people say now? Well,
What would they say?
They say it's fire.
Okay.
So now I'll be eating and I'll be like, man, these chicken chunks are fire. And they're like, don't say that. I'm like, what? They are. They're fire. Isn't that what people are saying? Like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They don't like it.
I feel if I say sus is a big one that my daughter's like, absolutely don't say that. Like, what are you doing? But it's funny. Who cares?
It is funny.
Cringe. Oh my gosh. My daughter hates when I dance and sing, which I do often. She's hated that since I was little. Like, she loves to dance and sing, but she's like, Mom, I'm singing and dancing. You don't sing and dance. So, but I love dancing. So if a song is on, I'm like, bitch, please. So I am dancing and singing, especially in the car. I'm like, that's my jam.
Yes.
So we are dancing, but yeah, she definitely gets embarrassed with that. I hope she grows out of that because I'm like, girl, we can dance. Like, and we have dance parties and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna keep dancing. I'm not gonna listen to her. I don't care if it's cringe. It's YOLO. We have fun, so I don't care.
We went to Cedar Point on Mother's Day. And as we were walking, you know when you're walking down like the main drag kind of toward the Skyway.
Mm-hmm.
And is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm. Like the
Yeah. And there's these speakers. So when you're walking by a speaker, the music is like super loud. So I was like, okay, guys, every time we walk by a speaker, we're gonna break out into dance. And as we're walking, like it's ridiculous. It's not cool looking dance, but we're like doing this. And we're like doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's what we're gonna do when we walk by the speakers. And they're like, oh my God, we're not doing that. And I'm like, it is Mother's Day.
We're getting down.
And it is my day.
Absolutely.
And if you don't do this, you're ruining my day.
Absolutely.
So what did they do? They ruined my day. They would not do it with me. And every time that we would get to the next speaker and I would start like, doing my thing, they would like back away. They didn't want to be associated with me.
Man.
They ruined my Mother's Day, those brats.
They're gonna appreciate you when they get older. I feel like Olivia will too. You know, I
Yeah.
like I feel like as we get our kids older, I think that they'll appreciate our weirdness. But I feel like we also have we've brought our weirdness into our kids, and we're their safe space. So I feel like they are definitely weird in our presence, weird at home, but it's good. Like Olivia just lets loose and can be her complete self, and she's crazy, but I love that she could be herself, and I think that's part of. I mean, it's not cringe to me. I mean, it's adorable, but I think as they get older, hopefully they'll get away from being embarrassed of us.
Yeah. Gabriel does this thing where he calls it dinner twerk. And he'll be eating and he'll just randomly go, dinner twerk! And he'll stand up and he'll just start twerking.
I'm gonna steal that.
And then Noah like, oh my god, sit down. And she is
Yeah.
always has to be cool everywhere,
Yeah.
even at home.
Noella is cool.
She's not.
She's chill. My daughter's obsessed with her daughter. She's a little bit older than Olivia, and she's like, Mom, what is Noella doing right now? Like, I need to know exactly what she's doing. And I'm like, okay, you're obsessed. Which is so sweet, though, because she's a great little role model to look up to. So um, it's weird that she's like, what is she doing? I'm like, I don't know, sleeping?
She's probably in her room watching TikTok.
I mean, yeah, I'm like,
just like her mom.
Like, do you want to call her? Or, like, what do you want to do?
Oh, I bet we could add her on like Kids Messenger or something.
Olivia will message her every day.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be adorable, though. Oh my gosh. And we'll do the kids episode soon. So I know we keep saying a kids episode is coming.
It is coming.
But it's coming. We're gonna film it next week, and we're gonna probably do pre-recorded, because our kids are gonna be cray cray. But we'll figure it out. We'll see either live or pre-recorded. But we're gonna have some fun and play some games and stuff. And they are pumped to be on. They say, I want to be on TV. My daughter, I want to be on TV. I'm like, hey, close enough. Yeah, we'll be on TV. So
I just think kids are so cute. So
They are.
I had band practice on Tuesday, and our lead singer Christian has a son Parker who is, I think he's maybe 4,
mm-hmm.
and he is so cute. He wanted a mic, and he wasn't talking for a while. They weren't
Mhm.
sure like when he would start talking, but once he started talking, he just says so much. And he wanted a mic, and we gave him a mic, and we're like setting up and stuff, and he's like, "Hey everybody, be sure to subscribe." But in his little like 4-year-old voice, like and subscribe. It was so cute.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, so like and subscribe us, guys. I know right now we are live on Laura's Facebook page. We're still waiting for the 60-day mark so
Yep.
that we can go live on our Let's Do This with Ashley and Laura
Yep.
Facebook page.
Yep.
But please like that page if you haven't already, and please subscribe on YouTube. We are still working through the kinks. We are going to go live on YouTube soon. I have a friend coming over this week to help me set up a board and do all the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
So
We're not great with technology. We're trying our best here. I'm like, oh no.
I feel like I'm pretty good with it.
I'm not bad, but when it comes to like technical stuff, like mics and stuff, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. So.
I'm like, I hooked it up. I pulled up the camera app. I tested it. I walked across the room. It worked. And then it went live and it didn't work. What's happening?
I don't know.
It asks you to select a mic, and I select the right mic, and it still didn't work.
We're gonna figure it out. Don't worry.
Figure it out.
Oh no. Yeah, you're going. I'm so
We're
sorry.
not yawning. No, I'm sorry that you guys had to see that.
Because I had a little whine. I'm so
Do you know
sorry.
what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Wayne's World. Do you remember that?
Yeah, of course I remember that. Like crazy person.
Such a good movie.
God.
Well, let's talk for a minute about fitness. We want to have every episode. We have our little fitness queen over here. We want to have every episode where she shares some little inspiring tidbit. What do you got for us today?
We're going to talk about consistency. Consistency in life, in fitness, and just your everyday life. I will always say that is the key to mother effing success. And we've talked about making your bed every morning. We talk about just, you have those things every day that if you are showing up, you're doing the things. The hardest part with fitness is getting there, is getting that workout in, is just starting that workout for the day. And I think with consistency comes it's just discipline, it's motivation, it's keeping you going when you don't want to. It's like and for me, when I'm with clients, I never want fitness to be something that they absolutely don't look forward to. So I really try to make fitness like fun and something they look forward to. So consistency, just putting the work in. It doesn't have to be every single day. It's doing the best that you can. You don't have to be perfect. Fitness does not have to be this all or nothing thing. And I think so many women especially think like you have to do it all. You have to be perfect. You have to have a perfect diet. We have to work out every single day. As we get older with women, like you don't have to work out every day. Like, and the super high intensity cardio hit workouts, like you don't need that every day either. Like you can add that in here and there just to feel good, get your endorphins going, like whatever. But you don't need, especially in our 40s, you don't need the super duper duper high cardio, crazy hit workouts. Our bodies, as we get older, they love my body does really well with strength training. Most women will do great with strength training, bringing it down a notch, slowing down your reps, increasing that weight, focusing on the movements, and it's progress over perfection. So whether that looks like 1 day a week of weight training, 2 days a week of weight training, whatever, or if that looks like dancing with your kids, or going for a quick run, or doing things that you are really going to enjoy and look forward to doing, that is going to keep you consistent. So anything that brings you joy when you're doing the workouts, that is my biggest advice. And making sure that you're not throwing in the towel when you're not perfect, because there's so many people that they'll try to be perfect and it's 2 days in and they are exhausted and they're not going to stick with it, especially busy mamas. My specialty, I like to say, my forte is busy mamas. I love, or just busy people in general. It doesn't have to be a mom. It could be women. It could be men. Anything. It's those people are the ones that are the go-getters. You are gonna fit those workouts in when you can, and 1, 2, 3 workouts, whatever you can do, it's better than zero. So just doing things that bring you joy, being consistent, consistent in life in general. Trying to do your best with eating the best that you can. I'm big on 80/20, 90/20. 90/20, 90/10 when it comes to diet, and just doing the best that you can, having that food when you need to, that you're craving, all that stuff is just gonna get you better results. Consistency, day after day, week after week, month after month, you're gonna get the results, and it's a journey in life. It's a lifelong journey. You're not doing it for a couple months and you're like, oh, I got my results, I'm good, see you later, fitness. Like, no, it's part of life, and it's constantly kind of changing and growing and trying to become a better version of yourself. So I could talk all day about this, so I'm gonna stop right there. But yeah, that's my biggest thing, is just consistency, just showing up, doing the best you can, for sure.
Well, we are almost out of time.
Oh my
Which one of
God,
these
I
do you
talked
think
so
we should
much.
talk about?
Let's talk about, oh man, there's so many. I kind of like the social media one.
All right,
Yeah, what do you think?
let's do it.
Yeah. You can start, because I just talked like 18.
So, so everybody has kind of like a social meter, which is like the max of socialization that they can handle.
Yeah.
My social meter is like, whoo, and your social meter is kind of like down here.
It's a little bit lower. Yeah.
And I think part of that might be because you work with people in your job. Even your previous job, you're always with people.
Yeah.
So when you're not working, you kind of need like some me decompress time.
Yeah.
Where I'm not working a day job right now, and when I was working from home alone all day.
Yeah.
So then after work, I'm like, I gotta be around people. I'm
Yeah.
gonna die. And so I'm a people gatherer, and I love getting people together, and I'm always organizing an event. And after the event, it's like, well, what are we going to organize next? And what are we going to get
And I love that. I love that about you, that you're constantly like, okay, I'm throwing a party, we're doing this, we're going out, like, let's go have some fun. Because that kind of brings me out of, with me, I have clients all day. I've got to be on all day long, every client, every training session, every class. Like, I have to have my full attention, watching form, making sure I'm tracking everything, making sure they're doing great, they're feeling good. Like, I have to be completely on. So at the end of the day, I'm like, and then Ashley is a little Energizer Bunny, which I am too. But she brings me out once again when we're leading each other. She brings me out of my um, kind of comfort shell of I just want to stay home in my PJs, like I'm good. And she's like, no, we gotta go have some fun, and you need this in your life. And I never regret it. I never regret like, and I don't go out very often, but when I do, I'm like, God, I needed this. So you're really good about that.
Yeah, but I also do have my max, like when I have a really busy weekend. It used to be, man, I would have a gig Friday night, and then Saturday morning I'd have breakfast plans with a friend, and then I'd have Saturday afternoon plans with a friend, and then I'd have another gig, then I would have lunch plans on Sunday. It just was a lot. Or sometimes even another Sunday gig, Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
And I finally reached a point where I'm like, okay, if I'm gigging Friday and Saturday, I don't really need to have anything on my books on Saturday. Maybe like a breakfast or something, or like one commitment that I'm like, hey, I've got a gig tonight, whatever. Even I might need a nap. Maybe I don't need a nap. I just want to be by myself.
Yeah.
I'm with people constantly, and I love being around people. If you know me, I'm like one of the most extroverted extroverts you will ever meet.
Yeah.
But I really do value my alone time.
Yeah.
And like during the day,
alone time, it's my favorite. But as also, we've talked about it. It's okay to say yes. It's okay to say no. Like I say no probably more than I say yes to people, and it's not anything against anyone, but I have a big circle, and I have a lot of family. I have a lot of friends. There's a lot of people that I get messages daily saying, I miss you, I miss you, I miss you, I miss you, and it's like we only have so much time in a day. We have sports, we have clients all day. We have karate, we have baseball. So trying to fit that in. So we have to schedule. We both have to kind of schedule out, almost like dates of friendship dates and family dates, and just making that time. But it's okay to say no to people. In my younger years, it was really hard it was almost like a FOMO thing. Like, I don't want to miss that. I'm sad. And she's having a denim party on Friday tomorrow. I'm so sad I'm missing it, but I'm going to Columbus and partying it up with my best friend for her birthday, so I'm very excited.
Have so much fun.
But she's going to a denim party, and they're going to have fun.
Here's the thing. My friend Cassie asked me in April, can you come out Friday? And I said, no, I've got the kids this weekend. I have a gig Saturday. Like, if I don't have anything going on the whole weekend, I could pop out at 10 o'clock. When my kids are sleeping. They're old enough to be home. But I'm already gone Saturday for a gig. I can't go out Friday, right? So in April, she said, well, when can you go out? And I looked at my calendar, and every weekend I had the kids. I had a gig. And I said, June 13th. I can go out June 13th. And she said, seriously? I said, yes.
Yeah.
And so this June 13th, tomorrow, has been on the books since April.
Yeah.
Because I'm so busy that I don't have a Friday to just whatever. And then I was in Nashville with Cynthia, and we just kept seeing all these bachelorette parties wearing denim, and we're like, we should do denim for our June 13th
so fun.
thing. So I bought new denim shoes that came in today, and a new denim dress, and it's super cute.
That's perfect.
And everybody's going denim.
Everybody.
We had a group of like 15 people.
We're gonna have so much fun.
Really fun.
Dang.
Because my social meter is high, but it's also planned out very far. And so
then
it's
it kind of builds that excitement too. Like, ooh, we had a Memorial Day party. I want her to have a 4th of July party. I want to slip inside. We want a bounce house, games. I want to do beer Olympics.
Yes.
We have some plans. I'm like, yes, we're doing this.
Yeah.
We're doing this at your house.
Well, and so speaking of that, like there's some really cool stuff going on around town this weekend. So, Party in the Park, we've got the Grape Smugglers playing on Friday, and they are like, I don't know how they describe themselves, but I think of it as like 70s funk. Like play that funky music, White Boy. She's a Brick House. They've got a horn section. Like, and these dudes have been playing for years. In the area, so they're going to be a Party in the Park.
That's free, right?
It's free.
That's amazing.
It's downtown Promenade Park.
Go have some fun, you guys. That would be awesome.
This weekend they're doing a hot air balloon release.
Oh, that's
And they're going to have hot air balloons releasing from both sides of the river.
That's cool.
And so that's going to be really cool. That goes 6 to 10 on Friday.
That's awesome.
If you're out and about, before you head down to Party in the Park, Christian Lombardo, lead singer of Pop's Garage,
Mhm.
he's going to be playing at Manhattan's 7 to 10.
Awesome. Love
So,
Manhattans.
yeah, so that's going to be something really cool you can go to. And
Good.
then Pop's Garage will be at the Bait House in Port Clinton. So,
Saturday?
yeah,
Okay.
yep, on Saturday. So we're trying to encourage some of, if you're in the Port Clinton area, if
Mhm.
you're in Cleveland, it's only an hour. People who are kind of on the outskirts can come on over to the Bait House. They've got really good pizzas and their drinks, and they're right on the water, so that's really cool too.
Mhm.
So
We're over an hour, Ash.
we are.
Why does
It's
this
just
go
so
so
easy.
fast? I could go for 5 more hours.
That's what she said. Bazinga.
Oh, we were gonna talk about that too.
Oh, we were. I
Damn
didn't put it on
it.
the list.
Next week.
Next
2
week.
weeks.
We're
Damn
gonna
it.
talk about.
Damn
Tune in
it.
next time because we're gonna talk about master punchlines, which are that's punchlines you can use over and over in any context, and they continue to be funny.
And they're never gonna not be funny.
They never go out of style.
Literally.
One of them being "That's what she said."
Yes.
So the first time that my 12-year-old used that correctly, I was like, should I be proud or should I be ashamed?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. And she's 13 now, but she was 12 at the time.
It's like, does she actually not understand what that means? Probably at this
She
point.
did. She did.
Yeah.
I asked, I'm like, and she was like,
It's like, girl, I know.
like a side eye.
Oh, I'm not ready for those days. God.
Okay. So,
all right, you guys. Well, we'll do it a little cheersies to send you all off. We'll see you in 2 weeks. We will be thinking, oh no, here, hang on. Backwash, hang on, that's fine.
it's fine. It just means it's like we made out.
Yeah.
We're sharing drinks.
I said, like the side of the glass gross. Anywho, we'll see you in 2 weeks, and then we'll do the kids episode sometime next week. So look for that by next weekend. We'll be posting it. And cheers, you guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in a couple weeks. If there's anything that you guys want to talk about or want us to talk about, any topics, feel free to message us. We want to talk about all the things. So there's some stuff that we probably aren't going to talk about because shit can get real weird. But if you want us to talk about anything,
You can at least ask. We would
Yeah.
say yes.
that's true. If it gets weird, I said it was gonna get weird, and we gotta keep our promise. So
You don't know if you don't ask.
you don't know. So yeah, if you guys want us to talk about anything, message us, and we'll see you in a couple weeks for sure. Have the best night, you guys. Cheers. Talk to you soon. We're gonna get Mexican food now. We are hungry, so
Hell yeah, baby.
we'll talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.